We're on. Okay. Hey guys, I'm back. One of my comments, two people asked me to do a reaction on a certain video. The one, I think it's the Man of Goodwill, asked me to do the Lady of Heaven trailer. I will do it, I promise. And I think someone else asked me to do a reaction to my first ever horror movie. And my first ever horror movie was The House of Wax. First, I'm gonna tell you how I watched it, how I came across it. So in my old house, we were sitting in the living room, me, my sister, and her boyfriend at the time. So they rented the House of Wax movie. They watched it. They said I shouldn't, but then they fell asleep. I went from my room to the living room, and it was still playing over and over. So I just pressed pause. I got some leftover popcorn. I came back and I played. So yeah, that was the first ever horror movie I've watched, because I think I was I don't know how old I was. I really can't remember. But let's just see how it goes with The House of Wax.
Actually a remake of House of Wax, directed in 1953. I will definitely cover that version sometime down the line, but for now, it's time to discuss this fun ride of wax figures. With all of that out of the way, let's jump into the movie. The movie opens up with a mom boiling some wax, or whatever you do with wax. She pours it into a wax mask. Across the table is her calm son, eating some Cheerios.
So basically what it was is there were two children and the mother and father. The one child was always calm and restful and peaceful and everything. And then the other child, he was always busy, he was always too wild for them to handle, so they even duct taped him to the chair just so that he can sit still. Let's go on.
We then meet Carly and Paige. Paige is trying to help Carly find an apartment for college. You know, little small talk stuff. Carly's boyfriend Wade then comes around, causing Paige to go on and get. She goes out to her boyfriend, an up-and-coming rap prodigy, Blake.
Blake. Street ammo, let they feet handle smooth. One of the illest fleets, ice water vocab. About to take over the streets. Yeah.
They do some smooching, and then we finally meet the remaining crew members. Carly's brother Nick, who everyone strongly dislikes, and their other friend Dalton, who walks around with the camera. Always gotta have one of those guys. We find out they're on a little road trip to a college football game. They end their little food break and hit the road. They take a shortcut Blake discovered, but to no avail as they find the road closed down. They take a detour, but decide to stop for the night. They then find a little cozy spot in the woods and start doing college people things. Wade misses a catch, and the football lands next to Nick, but Nick bees a douche and bullets it at Blake and flips off Wade, causing some tension between the two. Carly backs Wade up and argues with Nick, where we find out that Carly gave the cops clues on a crime Nick committed in the past, so there's your little reason as to why they dislike each other. They continue to party for some hours when a random truck pulls up, blinding them with its headlights. The man in the truck never stepping out eventually annoys the group. Nick stands up and throws his beer bottle at the headlight, busting it. What a total BA, huh? Truck man leaves, and the group decides to hit the hay for the night. The next morning, they wake up in a bit of a rush due to waking up late. While they're packing, Wade finds out his fan belt is broken, disabling his vehicle from starting. In the woods, Carly and Paige are walking around when Carly falls down a little hill into a massive pile of dead animals and gross stuff. She calls for help and the entire group comes to the rescue. Wade pulls her out, and they notice a truck pulling up to the pile to unload a dead deer. They question the odd man about a hand in the pile, but it turns out to be fake. Wade asks the weird man about a nearby town in hopes of finding a fan belt. The weird man then offers to take him and Carly to Ambrose, a nearby town. Carly and Wade saying yes, they hit the road to the town, but they grow skeptical of the man after he continues to be stranger and creepier. They demand the guy to stop the car and let him out, saying that they're just going to walk the rest of the way. They then come across the intended destination, Ambrose. They walk around the town and end up walking into a funeral at the local church. They apologize for the disturbance and walk out. A man named Bo comes out shortly after and accepts their apology. They notify him why they're in Ambrose. He ends up being just the guy that they needed, the gas station car shop owner. Bo tells them that he's going to finish up the funeral, then get them what they need. In the meantime, they decide to check out the local wax museum. They walk in being a bit noisy when we see someone who's making a sculpture under the building hears them. They check out the area and realize no one is famous, just a bunch of random wax sculptures. Carly gets a bit spooked and they decide to leave. They head to the shop and find Bo. He realizes that he does not have the correct fan belt size. He informs them that he definitely has the correct one at his house, just up the hill. So being the dumb college kids that they are, they head to the house with him. Wade goes in with Bo as he needs to use the restroom. Carly, on the other hand, stays in Bo's truck waiting for them. She gets impatient and starts walking around outside when she notices that the truck's headlight is busted, leading her to believe it's the same truck that was watching them in the woods. She immediately starts honking the horn, which gets Wade's attention, who is snooping around the house for whatever reason. The lights around him suddenly go out, and he slowly walks around this dark room. He then finds the door, which happens to be locked now. He pounds on it, yelling hello, when a floorboard opens up. A man with a creepy wax mask appears and chops Wade's Achilles with some scissors. Jeez Louise, immense amount of pain just thinking about it. Back at the camp, Blake sends Nick and Dalton to go pick up Wade and Carly, although they are having a hard time finding this town as it's not on the GPS. Back in Ambrose, Carly dials Paige but no answer. Bo comes out, acting like a little mechanic, but Carly sees right through it and locks herself in the truck. Bo breaks the window and tries pulling her out, but she starts that puppy up and drives, but unfortunately gets stuck. All freaked out and stuff, she checks her surroundings, but sees nothing. She turns on the headlights and we get what I honestly believe to be one of the least scary jump scares in all of film history. Like, what even is this? Honestly, it's terrible. Down below the museum, we see Wade getting dragged by the masked man, Vincent. Vincent cuts all of Wade's clothes off, sews up his wounds, and starts covering him in wax. Ouch. Carly gets back to town and heads to the church for help. Once she gets there, she realizes that everyone is made out of wax. She hears Bo on the way and decides to hide. Bo walks in and finds her little hiding spot, but Carly luckily gets out of his grasp. She runs to the streets, but gets outmatched and tackled by Bo. He takes her to the car shop and starts duct taping her to a restraint chair. You know, something similar that we saw in the opening scene. While restraining Carly, Dalton and Nick show up to the shop. Bo, realizing, threatens to kill Carly if she makes a noise. After not getting a response, Dalton and Nick assume Carly and Wade must not be at the shop. They then decide to venture through the town looking for them. Bo then superglues Carly's lips together and leaves the shop. As he's locking up, Nick shows up behind him, questioning whether or not he had seen them. Bo says no, but Nick definitely thinks something is up and doesn't trust the guy. Carly, down below, attempts to make as much noise as possible, but gets her finger chopped off by Bo, who is pretending to tie a shoe. Carly freaks the heck out, rightfully so, and rips open her mouth to get Nick's attention. Bo then swings at Nick, but dodges, and Nick straight up punches that fool in the face. Nick then runs to the shop, gets inside, locks all possible entries, and gets down to the cellar to save Carly. Meanwhile, Dalton ends up at the wax museum all alone. He enjoys his time checking out all of the wax figures, till he sees Wade. He starts trying to pick off all the wax, but as you can see, yeah, it's not working so well. Vincent then comes up behind him and takes a slash, but Dalton luckily dodges, but unluckily for Wade, cuts off part of his heckin' face. Poor Wade. Dalton continues to run and uses everything he can to his advantage, but unfortunately, everything is made out of wax. Vincent then catches up to Dalton and knocks him down some stairs. Vincent walks up to him and stabs him in a unique way, cutting off Dalton's head. Carly and Nick hear Bo drive off and use this as an opportunity to get out of the shop. They don't know exactly what to do as phones aren't working, Dalton has the keys, and everyone in town is made out of wax. Back at the campsite, Blake and Paige are doing some dirty things when Blake decides to check his phone and hears a voicemail that Carly left him about running into the same
Yeah, I remember everything that happened from that movie, so but I'm grown up, that these things don't scare me anymore, so I'm over it. don't care about it anymore. I don't get scared easily again. Yeah, but still, this movie was freaky. It's wow. Well, thank you to my sister for leaving the movie on play over and over. I couldn't sleep for 4 weeks thanks to her. So yeah. But the next video I will do the trailer of The Lady of Heaven. I promise, The Man of Goodwill, I will do it. And yeah. What I think about the movie of House of Wax, it's really a scary movie. I think lots of people will love it. Those that are horror freaks like me, if I watch it again, maybe I won't get so scared or anything. But comment down below what I should watch next. And as you guys can see, it's 1 in the afternoon. Yeah. And what can I say? I love doing these videos for you guys. And if you like it, please like and subscribe and comment down below whatever you want. But if you guys have a suggestion what trailer or movie or video I should react to next, please just leave it in the comments and I will do so. But till next time, I'm out.